Hello guys, this is Nikhil Bansal and today we are going to solve this problem. Find out the number of trailing zeros in factorial of a number. So I believe the program of this problem will be very easy, but we need to understand theoretically to make the program an easy one. Right, so what the question is all about? What is trailing zeros? Trailing means the number at the last. And they're talking about a factorial of a number. To understand this problem, let's take this number 40200. How many zeros this number has got? Trailing zeros. So number of trailing zeros are the zeros at the end till you get the first non-zero digit. So answer for this is this. Now they are asking us for a factorial. Obviously 25 factorial is too big a number to calculate, and if I start calculating it, it will take a lot of time and the memory space also, right? And let's try to understand the reason behind the number of trailing zeros of a number. Let's take a smaller number. The answer for trailing zeros is still 2. But if I look at this carefully, this will be 42 into 10 into 10 and try to find out some logic why 0 is appearing at the end of a number. Correct, guys? Now, what about this 10? This 10 is made up of some 2, obviously 1, 2 and 1, 5. Correct? Similarly, this 2, 10 is made up of 1, 10, 1, 2 and 1, 5. Correct? Now, if I look at the PFF of this number that we have already done, so PFF of this number will be, I believe, 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 1 into 7 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 2. Correct? Correct. Now, if you look at this number carefully, for to get a 0 at the end of a number, the responsible prime factors are 2 and 5. Correct? 2 and 5 are the responsible ones. So these are the responsible ones that we need to take care of. Now we have got 3 2's and 2 5's. So how many zeros I have got? 2 zeros. So that means minimum of the power of, so if there's a number n in which, if there's a number n which has got 2 to the power a and 5 to the power b in the PFF, and I'm not thinking about the other prime factors of the number, then the number of zeros will be minimum of a comma b. Correct, guys? I hope you can understand that. So that's what is happening. In the power of 2 is 3 and the power of 5 is 2, and the answer of number of trailing zeros that we are getting is 2. Correct. So minimum of a comma b will be the answer. Now the last thing left in this question is how to find out the value of a and b in case of a bigger number. This is a small number, that's why I can write the PFF of it and everything and then find out, say that minimum of a comma b will give me the answer. So what is a? A is nothing but the power of 2 in a factorial, right? So how will I calculate this? I will calculate, let's say if I assume 25 factorial as my interest area or my input, right? So I will divide 25 by 2. Just a minute, let me write 25 by 2. So what it is doing, so if you look at this very carefully, every second number in factorial 25 has got 1 2 in it. तो 2 में एक 2 आता है, 4 में एक 2 आता है, 6 में एक 2 आता है, 8 में 2 एक आता है. So every second number has got 1 2 in it. What this particular operation is doing for me, it is extracting the first 2 out of the numbers wherever the first 2 is available in this chain. Similarly, 25 by 4. Now there are numbers which have got second 2 in it. So we have already taken 1 2 out of the factorial 25. I hope you can see that factorial 25 is 1 into 2 dash 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 till 25. So 25 by 2 is doing what it is doing for me. It is counting the first 2 out of the numbers wherever the first 2 is available. Yes. And 25 by 4, what it is doing? It is extracting second 2. तो 4 का पहला 2 तो काउंट हो चुका है, 4 का दूसरा 2 काउंट नहीं हुआ है. ऐसे ही 8 का नहीं हुआ है, 12 का नहीं हुआ है, 16 का नहीं हुआ है, 20 का नहीं हुआ है, 24 का नहीं हुआ है. Similarly, there are numbers which have got third 2 also in it. So that is 25 by 8. Fourth 2, 25 by 16. That's it. So this operation needs to happen till 16 only. Right. B, 25 by 5. Again the same thing. Every fifth number has got 1 5 in it. Next 25 by 5. I will stop my operation over here. Now there are two things. Right, from the aptitude point of view, it's little theoretical in nature. From the programming point of view, it's very simple. The program will be very simple. One is this: I need to take the loop in both the cases and reduce the number of iterations. तो नंबर 25 था, तो मैं 25/2 लूंगा और while लूप लूंगा, जिससे कि कंडीशन चेंज होती रहे और मेरे ऑपरेशन 4 बार ही हो, ना कि मैं 25 टाइम्स अपना आइटरेशन चला रहा। और इस केस में मैं अपने while लूप लगाऊंगा और डी की वैल्यू, मतलब जो भी मेरा वो है आइटरेशन का फिगर है, उसको कर दूंगा डी लेस देन इक्वल टू 0, और डी की वैल्यू में ये नंबर 25 स्टोर करूंगा और उसको चेंज करता रहूंगा 25/5, 25/25, so that कि I don't take too many iterations into this, right? ए और बी का वैल्यू तो हो जाएगा। अब एक चीज और है, ए के ऊपर अपने को ध्यान ही नहीं देना चाहिए। वाई? दिस will always be more than this, isn't it, in all the numbers? Yes or no? This will always be more than this number, because number of twos will be lot in numbers. So minimum of a comma b, from aptitude point of view, it's perfectly okay, but from the coding point of view, I should concentrate only on 5 to find out the number of trailing zeros, and should leave this thing into leave this and find out. And now if you ask what will happen if factorial 4 is the input, so obviously factorial 4 is the input, so 4/5 तो हो गई, और 4/5 का ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर या इंटीजर निकाला जाएगा तो 0 आ जाएगा, और वही आंसर होगा। सही है? So that's it. Let's start writing the code for this one. So guys, this program is about number of trailing zeros in factorial of a number. Correct. Next thing that I need to do is import math. This should not be a very long program, I believe. Import math. Next is I need to take the input from the user. So x, let's say, is equal to int. Obviously, I need to maintain that the input is integer. Enter the number for which, for enter the number, enter the number in the factorial of which, enter the number for which trailing zeros. Okay, let's leave it like this only. Enter the number. Okay, next is what? I will take store d, I will store x in d, so that I can change the value of d, right? And the another counter that will count the number of trailing zeros, or not zeros, only 5 will count. Now we'll run a while loop that will be the best suited in this particular case. So I will divide it by 5 and check whether it's 0 or not. That's till where that I will run this loop. Now what I will do next is I will add an s t int as discussed. So int of d by 5. So whatever is the integral value that I have got from the d by 5 operation. So that I will store in S. Now I need to change D so that I don't take so many of iterations in this particular program. So I will change D to D by 5 so that it reduces drastically the number of iterations over here. And I think we are done with it, isn't it? Print fine. So let's try it, guys. Let's try it for 100 first. Correct. What about 25 factorial? So 25 factorial, no, sorry. 25 in case of today, we should have got 6 as the answer that I remember. Fine, perfect. Now what? Let's take a number less than 5. 4 factorial, let's say. So 0. So it seems to be working fine, guys. That's it. Thank you.